You are invited to join me for my last holiday confessions video. Hello and welcome to Learn with Jess. I am Jessica and I have 4 student confessions for us today. So as my last few videos, these are completely anonymous, so I'm only going to be sharing the confession and not the name. Confession number 1, the grade changer. Back before grades were on computers, we were given handwritten report cards. I remember before the holiday break, my teacher handed out a progress report on what we could work on over the break. Well, I went through and changed all my grades to look like I was doing really well. I didn't over-exaggerate my grades or anything, but enough so I wouldn't get in trouble. When my mom saw my grades, she was so proud of me. She even told me to pick out something special for Christmas. I honestly felt guilty at this point, so I just picked out something small. And my mom was genuinely shocked. I came clean to my mom shortly after and did get in trouble. But hey, I gotta enjoy some of my break at least. So I asked my mom about this because I guess I never really thought about how different things were before we could put grades online. But my mom said, like, if the teacher wanted to give you a note or something for your parents, they would actually pin the note on your jacket. So when you got home, the note was pinned on you for parents to read. And I found that so interesting. But yes, nowadays everything is online, and I usually print out the grades and then I'd put them in a report card and give them to the students. And also their grades are always updated online, so parents have access to that 24/7. So, and I don't know if that's necessarily the best way to go about it, but at least they're less likely to be able to change the grade. Confession number 2, the raffle. My high school was always doing raffles to fund different activities and clubs. Well, I was a part of the engineering science club, so we had a raffle to win a robot for Christmas to fund some money towards our activity, and we had a field trip coming up. I really wanted the robot, and my family didn't have a lot of money, so I knew it wasn't something I would normally get for Christmas. I ended up being the one to oversee the raffle tickets. One of my friends in the group told me if he won, he would give me the robot, and I joked, no. If I win, you will get the robot. You probably already guessed what happened, but you would be wrong. Our club leader drew the name instead of me, and it happened to actually be my friend who won. He did as promised and gave me the robot. So I guess my confession is I almost decided to rig the raffle, but I ended up deciding against it and won anyways. So this one was interesting because I assumed that if you were a part of a club that you also couldn't pay into the raffle, but I guess you could, like $5 to help out your club. But I'm glad that the student didn't end up rigging the raffle and it ended up being in their favor, and hopefully they enjoyed that robot. If you like these types of videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up and you subscribe. That way I know to keep making these types of videos. All right, let's get back into these confessions. Confession number 3, the hallway present. I was in 6th grade and it was the day before the hallway. I was in 6th grade and it was the day before the holiday break. Well, I happened to be feeling really sick. My mom tried to get me to stay home, but I refused. I wanted to see my friends before break and exchange gifts. As soon as class started, I regretted my decision. I felt so sick. Like upset stomach coming out of both ends, sick. I ended up not making it more than an hour of class before I asked to go to the nurse. As I was walking to the nurse's office, I had to barf. There was no holding it back, it was coming up. One classroom had some Christmas bags outside their classroom and front door. Without thinking, I took a bag and barfed inside of it. I put the bag back and continued to the nurse. I didn't even think about what I did until that evening after going home and resting. Oops. Oh my gosh, if this was my gift and that happened, I would be so grossed out. Like, ugh. As a teacher, you have to have a really strong stomach. I have seen bloody noses a lot. Like, students get bloody noses quite a bit, actually. I've seen students pick their scabs and bleed everywhere. I've seen students break bones. I've seen students throw up. So even though I've seen these things, opening a bag of barf would be really gross. I don't know, what would you guys do if this happened to you? Hopefully it was a present that could also be washed. Could you imagine if it was like a paper gift card and you open it and all of a sudden it has throw up all over it? Like, oh, that'd be so bad. Confession number 4, the Christmas crush. I had a huge crush on this boy in my class. I was too shy to ever approach him, so I thought for Christmas I would get him a present and confess my love to him. Well, I put the present on his desk before he came in. He usually sits in the same spot. For some crazy reason, he didn't sit there that day, and before I could go get the present, another boy in my class sat down. I also didn't write his name on the card, I just wrote mine with a small confession that I liked him. Well, the other boy sat down, opened the gift, and read the card. I remember I was completely embarrassed and did not say anything. I just sat there staring. After class, the boy who got my gift approached me and told me he also had a crush on me. Turns out it went to the right person anyways. This is a cute little story. So if that were me, I would be completely embarrassed. I personally don't think I've sent "I have a crush on you" card since I was like in elementary, but in high school, that's taking a big step to do that and give someone a card that says you like them. Because rejection is really hard once you get older for some reason. It's not that bad when you're younger. Probably would have been like, hey, sorry, that was my gift, I accidentally sat it down. But I do believe things happen for a reason, so maybe that gift was meant to go to that boy anyways. Feel free to send me your confessions. All that information will be in the description below. Again, these confessions are completely anonymous. I'm not going to reveal who you are. So far, they've all been PG-13 and short, so I am more than happy to share them if they fall under those guidelines. If you like this confessions video and you want a little bit more, make sure you check out my last video where I had 2 teacher confessions and some student confessions. Well, I hope that you all have a beautiful holiday season, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.